According to those close to Donald Trump and his legal team, Donald Trump's lawyers are hoping that Judge Aileen Cannon will in fact somehow save them from the trial that is being overseen by Judge Tanya Chutkan. And here is how that works. Trump's lawyers have been very upfront with the fact that they hope that Cannon kind of keeps pushing her trial back and back and back. Right now it is scheduled for the end of May, but they actually have a hearing tomorrow on Friday where maybe it gets delayed a little more. Maybe it doesn't. Who knows? Maybe it gets delayed later on down the road. But either way, Trump's lawyers' plan right now is to make sure that Judge Cannon basically blocks off the entire rest of the year on the calendar so that Judge Tanya Chutkan cannot schedule her trial for Donald Trump, because that's the biggest one. So what's happening is that Judge Tanya Chutkan had, of course, initially scheduled Donald Trump's trial to start in May. But because he appealed it based on I have immunity, and the Supreme Court has not yet given us a ruling on immunity, Chutkan cannot put that case back on the schedule legally. So Chutkan, at the moment, does not have a trial date set. Now, if the Supreme Court were to come back like right now, she could throw it back on the calendar for May and everything's fine. But the longer the Supreme Court takes, the less likely it is that Chutkan's going to be able to put it back on the calendar for May, especially if Cannon still has her trial on the schedule for May. And that's what Trump's lawyers are hoping right now. And then, as we get closer to that documents trial, they're hoping that Cannon will hear their arguments and say, oh no, we need more discovery for classified information. We haven't gone through, Smith was blocking us. And Cannon will say, okay, I'll give you another month. Okay, well, another month isn't enough for Judge Chutkan to squeeze her case in there. And then they want to do the same thing and the same thing. And then once you hit August, by the way, Chutkan already has other cases on her schedule. So she can't clear out those cases to make room for Trump. So all Trump's lawyers have to do, basically, is keep the calendar, the trial calendar, full until August-ish. And then Cannon won't be able to start her trial till likely after the 2024 election. That is their goal. They're playing one judge against another. One red district, one blue district, one Trump-appointed judge, one Obama-appointed judge. I mean, look, these cases could not be any more different from one another. And they're scared of Chutkan. But they know they've got Cannon in their pocket. So every time they file a motion with Cannon, they can get things pushed off. Every time they file a motion with Chutkan, she rules on it typically within a matter of days. Sometimes she's gotten a filing from them in the morning. She's ruled on it by afternoon. Cannon's incompetence and her inexperience prevent her from doing that. I don't know if it's intentional, or I don't know if it's just because she's really bad. But either way, Cannon is slow walking this. Trump's lawyers are pushing it. And that could end up screwing over Judge Tanya Chutkan to where we don't get a resolution in the January 6th case until possibly even next year. That's what Trump's lawyers are going for. They're very open about this being their plan. And it's all dependent on Judge Cannon going along with their deceptive idea.